We have our reporters that keep talking about this change. Tell us what this means when that pretty snow that we had now starts to incorporate more of the sleet mixture.
You're not going to be able to make any snowmen when that mixture starts, right? It becomes more little ice pellets, and so that's harder to kind of muster up. You have to slick that down, and so it becomes like an ice man, not really a snowman. So you have to be on the lookout for that. Yeah, we're expecting that snow to begin to mix with sleet, which the reports that we're getting right now, and then eventually we're expecting some freezing rain to get in here, and that's when things are going to turn a little bit more dicey as far as the snow goes. So we have to look at we'll have to look out for that as we head through the day today. Stay off the roads, folks, and you have been doing a pretty decent job of that, at least so far. At least so far, we haven't seen a whole lot of people like stuck on the roadway, so that's a good thing there. All right, I'm gonna have to step off camera here real quick just to switch my thing here, because my clicker doesn't seem to be working right. But you can see where we have our live pictures all around. You can see Georgia's Rome there looking pretty good. I do want to show you this. Now, if you look at our picture here where you see those on-ramps, these are on-ramps from 75 going on to 85, and you can see where there's no tracks there. There haven't been anybody, and I've been watching this, been monitoring it, nobody really taking that ramp. That ramp is covered with snow. If you look below the ramp there, that's 75 underneath and 285 underneath, and you can see where there's cars and trucks riding on that. But that ramp, haven't really seen any cars riding on that. I wonder if that ramp is closed, but you can see where the on-ramps get a little bit more tricky to navigate, of course, mainly due to the fact that the air goes under that. And so if the air goes under that, it could freeze more, or the roads are hard to navigate because the snow sticks there more. All right, look at some of these road temperatures around the area. You can see some are above the freezing mark, but then some below. You go up toward the Blue Ridge area, Route 515, the surface is at 30. You go a little further down to the south, you get a little bit warmer. So if you go along I-75 at 10th Street, 36-degree road temperature there. At 20 near Covington, 37. You go a little bit further down to the south, you're looking at 33 over into I-85 right along the troop weighing station there, and then I-75 over towards Hudson Bridge. You're just above the freezing mark there as far as the road temperature goes. Here we go with the radar, and it does show a pretty decent clip, and that has been a little bit south of I-20 so far, where we've been getting a pretty good clip of the snow coming down, but now starting to see some breaks in there, or at least some mixing taking place, especially over, you can see over toward parts of Clayton County, and then further down to the south into parts of Coweta County as well. Starting to see a little bit of mixing taking place there. Where we have that tan area there, or at least the grayer areas, is where we can see some sleet mixing in. Those are the reports that we've been seeing so far in the city, at least, and then further off to the north. Haven't seen much as far as the snowfall goes up into the far north and east. Haven't really seen a whole lot of snow up here, for example, in Rayburn County so far, but of course you can see more would be on the way, and then back off to the west. This is a huge system, folks, that we're dealing with, and so this will be going, or at least taking place, pretty much all day long, and the mixing already starting to take place is not really a good sign for us, because that's going to add to the icing totals that we'll see around the forecasting area. So we'll have to be on the lookout for that. That pink that you see in there indicating a little bit of mixing taking place, and so we'll continue to watch for the mixing to take place as we head through the rest of the afternoon. We are looking at areas that will continue to ice over as we head into the afternoon. Now, really concerned with places from the city that stretch all the way up to the north and east. So up toward about Gainesville, Brazelton. These are areas where we're expecting some significant ice to begin to accumulate a little bit later on this afternoon as we watch those temperatures warming up. And so temperatures will be the main story for this afternoon. We'll be watching that. We are under a winter storm warning for all of North Georgia. That's the pink area that you see there, Rome, Atlanta, over toward Athens, that extends eastward over into Augusta. Augusta has been added into that. We were talking about that this morning. So new so far this morning, added to the winter storm warning, is the Augusta area. Just south of that, as you make your way down toward Macon, some of our southernmost counties in here, like Troup, Meriwether counties, Upson County, for example, under a winter weather advisory. So we're expecting that rain to begin to get in there and begin to mix with some of that freezing rain. And so, of course, your totals will be a little bit lower down that end. The higher snow totals will be up here to the the north. Now, we haven't seen much up there to the north so far, but again, I think the higher totals will be there. As that area of low pressure gets a little bit closer to our area, our forecast area, we'll start to see that line begin to lift to the north. Seeing temperatures begin to warm up. We talked about this as well. Temperatures were down into the 20s, places like Peachtree City, over into LaGrange. Now starting to see them get up into the 30s. I think that we'll see those temperatures continue to climb. We got down as low as 29 degrees here in Atlanta, now up to 32. So right at the freezing mark now. We're expecting temperatures to stay right around there, 33, 34, 35 for a high temperature today. So staying right above the freezing mark where that would indicate, yes, some mixing that will begin to take place. Over toward Carrollton, you're at 30 degrees right now in Marietta, but that will be what we'll, at least from a meteorological standpoint, pay close attention to because of the mixing that will take place. And I talked about mixing, which is very important because of the ice that we'd see around the forecast area. And that's not a good thing. This map here shows the probability for ice, and you can see where we have those darker blues in here. That indicates where it could be very significant. Okay, so you're talking about significant accumulations of ice, places like Alpharetta, so northern parts of Fulton County into Cobb County as well, up to the north into Cherokee County, extends over into Forsyth County, Hall County, Banks County as well, right on down into the city, and I would say even a little bit to the south of the city as well. So South Fulton County, almost down into Clayton County, over toward Coweta County as well. That's where we could see ice accumulations. Now, if the ice begins to pile up, or begins to accumulate, it doesn't take much for it to begin to weigh down trees and weigh down power lines. And so you can have significant impacts with this, especially when it comes to power outages. It is cold on the outside. And so if the power goes out, you may lose your ability to heat your home, folks. Take a look at this map here. It does show, or this graphic here, it shows a quarter of an inch of ice would lead to icy roads, okay? So if the roads get icy, obviously even with the sleet, that can happen, but you see those tree limbs breaking, numerous power outages certainly are possible even with a quarter of an inch of ice. Half inch of ice, you're talking about very dangerous conditions, especially on the roads, and also numerous and long-term power outages. So we really don't want that. And so we'll be watching that as we head through the afternoon. Again, we'll watch those temperatures to see if they warm up, and then how far north will that warm air get. That's going to be the case for this afternoon as well.